Penalización por saltar. 5.000.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Esta es la historia de un hombre llamado Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was
¿Se ve borrosa la cámara?
he sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Tengo las manos
telling
aquí.
him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have
Para
considered
otros
it
sería una
so
actividad denigrante
Stanley
todo el rato
relished every
pulsar
moment the
un botón.
orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this
Estoy
job.
hecho para este trabajo, para pulsar. Stanley era feliz. Vale.
And then one day,
Un
something
día de
very
repente
peculiar
sucedió algo muy
happened.
peculiar.
Something that would forever change
Algo que cambiaría a
Stanley.
Stanley para siempre.
Something he would never quite
Algo que
forget.
nunca podría olvidar.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived
Ninguna
on the
orden al
monitor for
monitor.
him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Estaba claro que algo andaba muy mal.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found
Stanley
himself
fue
unable
incapaz de
to
moverse
move
por
for the
muchísimo
longest
tiempo.
time. But as he came to his wits and
Cuando
regained
recobró la
his
compostura,
senses, he
entró en
got up
razón.
from his desk
Se levantó
and
de la
stepped
silla y
out
salió
of
de la
his
oficina.
office.
¿Por qué tengo una mano con un guante? O sea, tengo una mano de oficinista y otra con un guante. Uy, así me agacho. Vale.
All of his co-workers were
Todos sus
gone.
colegas se
What
habían
could
ido.
it mean?
¿A qué podía
Stanley
deberse?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Vale, a la zona de reuniones. Me veo como muy chico, la verdad. O sea, para las manos que tengo, me veo muy pequeño. Estoy sentado, la verdad, pero... Uy, Canagan, por cierto, que no te había... No sabía que eras tú, no te había leído el nombre, cabrón. Acabo de mirar, creía que era Cronen, como empieza por K. Y estaba, me sale en verde todos, que todos tenéis el color verde. Creía que era Cronen, el que me había escrito. Mira, ¿qué hay ahí? Esto no tiene sentido. Va, esto me recuerda un poco a...
When Stanley came to a set
Cuando
of two
Stanley llegó a la
open
habitación con dos
doors, he
puertas
entered the
abiertas,
door on his left.
cruzó la de su izquierda. ¿Y si voy por la de la derecha? Y ahí no hago caso al narrador. ¿Pasa algo? Que lo que estaba diciendo, que esto me recuerda a los... ¿Cómo se llaman? A las backroom. Eso que se ha puesto tan de moda. A ver. Vale, esta es la sala de reuniones.
Yet there was not a single person
Por aquí
here
tampoco
either.
había ninguna persona.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Sumido en la
Stanley
incredulidad,
decided to go up to his
decidió
boss's
subir a la oficina del
office,
jefe
hoping he might find an answer there.
con la esperanza de encontrar alguna respuesta allí. Closet. Uy, va, se abre.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet,
Stanley
but there
entró
was
en el
nothing
armario.
here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No hay nada. Vale.
Coming to a staircase,
Al llegar a la
Stanley
escalera,
walked
Stanley
upstairs to
subió
his
a la
boss's
oficina de su
office.
jefe. ¿Qué le hago? Le hago caso todo el rato. Este papel tiene pinta de ser caro. Esta tiene que estar en la oficina aquí. Executive Bathroom. El baño de los ejecutivos. Because the boss knows that what the boss... ¿No sale la traducción o qué? Vale. Que me siento enano, tío. Soy enano. No es que me sienta, es que soy enano. Es que mira. O sea, así es como si me fuese arrastrando por el suelo. Yeah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Un código ultra secreto.
2845. But of
2845.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
El teclado, ¿qué teclado? Ah, sí. ¿Ves? Yo tengo que estar ahí arriba.
Around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 284. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
de pura casualidad.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Vale. Tengo que leer algo para arreglar el tema de la altura. Ahora. Joder, por fin. Ya está. Vale. Ya estoy en tamaño persona humana. Que era un minion, tío. Ahora sí. Ya está, ya lo veo todo bien. Joder. Ya está. Venga, va. Continuamos. Ojo, se pone la cosa rara. Se pone la cosa raruna. Nos metemos en el montacargas. Cargando. Mientras descendía a las profundidades del edificio, Stanley comprendió que se sentía peculiar. Tenía un remolino de emociones en el pecho. La naturaleza de su trabajo. ¿Vosotros veis bien los subtítulos? ¿Veis bien los subtítulos, vosotros? Loco.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mental. Escape izquierda. Control mental derecha. ¿Qué hacemos? Se ve bien. Oh, me ha dado un fogonazo. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Le damos? Bombillas. Se encendieron las luces de una enorme habitación.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ojo. Se ve muy bien, la verdad. Se ve todo súper nítido. Las cámaras. ¿Qué más hay aquí? No hay nada. A ver.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Todos los
co-workers,
empleados.
the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Chan chan. Fired. Ahí pone despedido. ¿Ahora qué? ¿Esto qué es? Employee. A ver. Protocolo de no sé qué. Protocolo de no sé cuánto. ¿Y esto no se abre? Urgente. Mira, estoy lleno de números. ¿Esto qué es? Vale, ¿no podemos pasar por ahí o qué? Vale. Volvemos aquí. Ah, vale, por ahí hemos venido. No es que volvamos, es que vamos para allá. Vale, vale. A ver, ¿esto qué es? Centro de control mental era demasiado espantoso como para no creerlo. Para creerlo.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Ojito,
No. He refused.
Se negaba a creerlo, no podía aceptarlo. ¿Dónde vamos?
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Ojo. ¿Dónde vamos? Este juego es de esto, es muy raro, ¿no?
The heart of the
El núcleo de operaciones.
controls
Pero no
labeled
sé...
with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working,
trabajar.
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls
iba a desmantelar los
once and
controles.
for all.
Vale. Digo que no sé muy bien de qué va este juego, en el sentido de que... no sé cuántos finales tienes, cuánto dura... No sé nada. Creo que es un juego de estos que hay que rejugar un montón de veces, pero... No sé. No sé exactamente a qué me estoy enfrentando. A ver... 5. Ah, mira. Allí hay más botones. Se puede subir por las escaleras. A ver. Subimos por aquí. Ah, no se puede. Vale. Vamos a ir a la sala. Vamos a ir a la sala que hay ahí. A ver qué leche es. Facility Power. Pedazo de cine, Guapo, guapo. System Power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty,
Supo que era su deber, su obligación.
to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
¿Le hacemos caso y lo apagamos? A ver qué pasa. O podemos encenderlo. ¿Lo apagamos? Uy. ¡Ojo! ¿Qué ha pachado? ¿Qué ha pachado? ¿Esto es un final o qué? Así rápido. Uy.
Blackness.
Oscuridad.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
Una creciente incertidumbre.
Was it over?
Eso mismo me estoy preguntando yo, la verdad.
Yes.
Ojo.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers
¿Dónde se habían ido
gone?
sus colegas?
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
La felicidad.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
What?
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing.
Me
worth
sirve este
knowing.
final, ¿eh?
Stanley stepped through the open door.
A ver. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasará ahora?
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his
Sintió la brisa
skin,
fresca contra la
the
piel, la
feeling of
liberación.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before
Y se
him.
cagó y se fue para atrás.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ok. I'm happy. ¿Y ahora qué? De verdad que no sé qué estoy jugando. Y volvemos. Otra vez. Hemos terminado como una parte o una historia o yo que sé qué leches. Y volvemos otra vez.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ahora vamos a hacer otra cosa. Porque de eso se trata el juego, ¿no? De explorar opciones diferentes. Ahora nos dirá
Stanley
que
came to
vamos
a
por la
set of
izquierda,
two
pues vamos por la
open
derecha.
doors. He entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
Ese no era el
perfectly
camino
well.
correcto.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Quizá
employee
primero quería
lounge
pasar por la
first,
sala de
just to
empleados.
admire it.
Uy, aquí está la sala de empleados.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Tomó la
left.
primera puerta a la izquierda. Pues voy a tomar otra. Ha dicho que iríamos por esta, ¿no? Vamos a ir por aquí.
Stanley was so bad at following
Stanley era muy
directions,
malo para
it's
seguir
incredible he
indicaciones.
wasn't fired years ago.
Increíble que no lo despidan hace años. Madre, pedazo de estanterías, chaval. A ver. Mira la carretilla, mira la carretilla. A ver. Ojo, 1000 pavos. Penalti por saltar. Claro, se nota que este juego lo han hecho los ingleses. Penalización por saltar. 5000.
But in his eagerness
Oh,
to
Dios.
prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone
Good
thinks
job.
you're very powerful.
Todo el mundo cree que eres muy poderoso. Volvemos, Otra vez. Vamos a montar aquí ahora.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Creo que
foot
mejor que
here.
empecemos.
I'm not your enemy, really.
No soy
I'm
tu enemigo.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Has
Someone
desatendido
you've
a alguien,
forgotten
Stanley.
about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
¿Qué es? ¿De quién hablas? Yo voy a seguir haciendo lo que me sale del rabo.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside,
Deja a un lado tu
to
trabajo.
let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Te está esperando. ¿Qué habla este cabrón? Está jugando con mi mente. ¿Por qué se ve? ¡Oh!
That's her, Stanley.
What?
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in
Si puedes
another,
presentar confianza.
then pick up the phone.
No puedo irme. Vamos a coger el teléfono. ¿Qué pasa?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold
¿Eres
on,
tú?
sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me
Quiero
all
que entres y me
about...
cuentes cómo estuvo. What?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
¿Qué
Come
quieres que
inside.
vea?
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Se me ha puesto los pelos de punta, con la marioneta esta.
This is a very sad story about
Esto es la triste historia sobre la muerte de un hombre llamado Stanley.
All right.
No sé por qué se me pone la piel de gallina,
there we
tío.
go. All right, now, I want you to
Tengo
come
la
in
piel de
and tell me
gallina,
all
tío.
about...
Gotcha.
Hijo de puta.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Me voy a ir para otro lado. Me voy para allá.
Sorry.
¡Ay,
but
Dios,
you're
qué
in my
susto, la
story
Virgen!
now.
Hijo de puta.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Hasta aquí se queda la experiencia. Ya lo hemos probado, que era lo que quería realmente. Sé que la gracia pues está en la narración del juego sobre todo y ver que te va enseñando.